All right, my fellow agents, welcome back. It is I, X7, your host of Zenorama, the podcast of heroes and monsters. Today is Wednesday. That means we are going to be talking about a book, and it is one that I got from uh, while I was in Moab. So it's the little one, the Eyewitness Dinosaurs. But before we get too much further into it, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this book. It's pretty interesting. My sainted mother quite enjoyed it. It's like dinosaurs for novices. Let's use that term. Not something that rhymes with, not something that alliterates with D. So, having said all that, just watch a little longer. This shouldn't be too long at all, but let's roll. Or better yet, let's dig into it. All right, here is the book. I got it at the fossil shop, rock shop, and it runs a whopping 72 pages. It's all in color for 10 or 100 dimes. Yeah, not too bad. I mean, that's what you can find it for on Goodreads or something like that. It was first written or first published in 1990, first American edition, 1990. It looks like everybody else. It's from Penguin House Random. I don't know what the DK actually means, but it's been in. They have one in London, Delhi. This is the revised edition from 2021. So 31 years later, they came out with a new one. So I'm assuming it's got new pictures because they do have feathers on a lot of them, as we'll see. So it's for $10, it's a good book. I got a bigger one, similar publisher, same publisher, but that one might take a little longer to get through. All right, well let's dig into this book. So here's the cover, and I think it's a really cool cover. Look, they even do have a Pachy on it. That's the Stegosaurus, not to be confused with Stegosaurus. No, somebody should have thought that out ahead. And there's the book. Just some ammonites there, Corythosaurus, Polacanthus, and that's Kentrosaurus, which has a row of thagomizers behind it. Here's the contents, and I, of course, had to put the Elasmosaurus in there because it's pretty much the only thing you get under the water except for, well, I think the Ichthyosaur and the Mosasaur are in here as well. So I found this interesting that Marginocephalians, that's the pachycephalosaurs, and the ceratopsians are actually related. So that'll be news to someone who loves Pachycephalosaurus, not just Sir Isaac Higgintooth, but one dreaded Lilith Draco as well. Okay, so clicky. There's a Placidus, boring. There's our reptiles taking flight. It's a pterosaur, which is an archosaur. There's our mammals. So they do a really good job. And there's my beloved Pteranodon, even with its bat wings, because as Harryhausen will tell you, we weren't making a documentary. And that's why I went there, because there's another Pterodactylus. Flamboyant head crests. No, I didn't have too much. They were too small. There's the Ichthyosaur. Oh, a salamander. There you go, frog. There's an early frogs and salamanders. First appeared in the Jurassic. How about that? There's one for Asian frog there. So they do have a little timeline here, stolen from the Golden Book of dinosaurs and other prehistoric animals. There's the Mosasaurus, about 41 feet. Is that the Quetzalcoatlus? 39 feet. Gee, many Christmas, they're huge. So, yeah, birds show up, and you get flowers for the first time. Stegosaurus and Allosaurus never saw flowers. Gastornis, which is formerly known as Diatryma, a much cooler name. And there's the Chicxulub crater, more ammonites. See, it'd be weird. Although we have nautiluses, which look a lot like them. So it's really a nice book. It's history. So you can learn. You can't really play, but you can learn. And we have seen the Crystal Palace dinosaurs before. Yeah, yeah. So as we've talked about, and then we go from large to tiny. Compsognathus, dinosaur biplane. That was one of the weird ones. Microraptor, chicken, same size. And there is yeah. Oh, and there is the Stegosaurus right there. Pachycephalosaurus, thick-headed lizards. Crested ones, don't even know what that is off the top of Pachyrhinosaurus. Of course, my beloved Triceratops. But let's pause here for just a little video. Look, a grown-up dinosaur book, finally. And I opened it up. The first page I opened it to. I think we're going to see Higgintooth, who is with me, by the way. Dinosaurs and birds. Oh, well, they do have swimmers. Wonder how much is this? Oh, it's only $20? That might be our book review. Here's a shot from the DVD edition, the British DVD edition, so it was a PAL. But the Blu-ray is just beautiful. Highly recommend it. Thank you, Kino Lorber. If you look closely, you can see Raquel Welch right there, along with John Richardson, but that is a Triceratops horridus about to fight a very out-of-time Ceratosaurus, but that's okay. Again, they're not making a documentary. And there he is talking about how great his vision is, despite what Jurassic Park told us. Jurassic Park lied? Say it ain't so. Terrifying tales, yep. I would think that cracking that whip would be just an awful thing. Thagomizer, which there's that Kentrosaurus. For some reason, they've got a lot of love for Kentrosaurus. There's the Ankylosaurus with that club. That needs a cool name like Thagomizer, right? There he is. There's the Stegosaurus. Caudal spike. Boring. And arms and hands. So this is, despite the three fingers there, is still a Tyrannosaurus. Look at the head. But this is from the prologue or the dinosaur sequence in the otherwise awful Animal World from 1956. Just had to throw a couple of these pictures in there. Armor and skin. It's just great when you can find fossilized skin. There we've got some feathers. I don't know if that's Sue there at the museum in Chicago. I believe it is. Lilith could probably let us know. She's seen Sue. And there's look at right here. Look, it's right down here. Even though Pachycephalus, oh no, that's a Parasaurolophus. Jeez. Pachycephalosaurus. So there he is right there. Oh, they did have one in here. How about that? We're not getting a charge. I'm not doing it. Oops. Dang, if I forgot. There we go. We'll just flip it right there. Discovery timeline. I only did the top one. And just think there's a trilobite. I left that in there. And there's the back of the book. So we're done. That's it. There will be an interesting trailer, which, despite the name, does not have any dinosaurs actually in the movie. But I still love it. Go figure. Oh, and then I got hosed because this place was closed both days, closed for a private event. And I was just too early. This one here is in Edwards, Colorado, and this one is in Fruta, as you may have seen in the GD Splanations shorts that I put up. Oh, there's the book again. All right, tomorrow will be Land of the Lost, 3 more episodes. Pretty good, except for they kind of use the same story over and over. Having said all that, my fellow agents, until our next assignment, this is X7 signing off, phasing out, and we're closing the book on this one.
The men gathered, all the fools. Why do we hunt in a place where there are only a few dead trees and a few animals to give to the fire, when there's plenty there?
There are shadows there, deep and cold, and dirt that eats men. And animals far more terrible than any you've seen.
What lies beyond? Just as modern man reaches into outer space, primitive man searches beyond his horizons, finding new and terrifying creatures in his prehistoric world. Massive beasts, his simple weapons only anger. Killer dogs he had not yet learned to tame. His courage proves the teenage caveman all man, winning for him a woman's love.
We could make a place to lie down on. Space above the floor so the cold couldn't reach us as we slept.
A love pure and passionate and pagan, strengthening his courage, his daring, his dreams.
I came to give this earth to the clan.
See the awe-inspiring beasts in a teenage caveman's world.